I'm going to venture back to the back of the boat. There's a through hull that's leaking, I think, from the cockpit drain. Also, the rudder post, the bottom rudder post, was leaking as well, and a little bit of a problem there to fix up. So I noticed that because the hatch into this lazarette's pretty small, I'm going to actually make a door here, or a hatch at the back of the kitchen, at the back of the table, just to give it easier access back here from the cabin. Anyways, climbing back in here. Who needs yoga? Anyways, underneath this through hull, we can see that there's calcium kind of deposits here, and over where the rudder post was, the backing plate had eroded away, and there'd been some leaking there. So I'm going to try to undo this the whole thing's spinning, so I don't think there was very much use for sealant. Anyways, I'll have to get a pair of vice grips or something else to hold it and see if I can get it to undo. It was on the bottom post of the rudder, and if you can see, the washers have actually sunk right into the wood. The wood is just, it's like, I don't know, it's like balsa wood now. You can just crumble it apart. There's nothing, no substance to it. So what's happened is the wood is become wet, rotted, and then squished, compressed, and then that's allowed the bolts to go loose, which in turn creates more leakage. Just a real good case to use something that's a little more solid for backing plate. That's pretty incredible. There wasn't any sealant on that whatsoever. Anyway, while I'm back here, I'm going to put in another bilge drain. The electric bilge was routed through this manual bilge. I kind of thought that kind of defeated some of the redundancy, so I'm going to run a separate line and put in a little duckbill valve as well, so that it can't back water up in the valve. There's the couple of through holes that I need to replace. Well, one new one up top for the automatic bilge, and one down below which was leaking for the manual bilge. I'm just going to clean these up with a bit of sanding, just to clean off any any gunk bits on the edges here to give it a good bond. Also, I'm going to spray it down with a solvent. They're suggesting not to use an alcohol-based solvent because it interferes with the sealer. But so here are the three through holes I need to replace. There's the manual bilge and automatic bilge, and also the freshwater, raw water inlet. So I've got 5200. I know there's the debates out there whether 5200 is the thing or 4200 is the thing, and I think that debate is maybe going to go on as long as either of the products will last. So anyways, I'm sure if I put that on there, it will be there for the rest of the boat's life probably. So anyways, I'm going to put the sealant in here, just getting on the flange, and there's a little recess right in below the threads. I'll get that area. I'm not getting up on the threads. There's no advantage to that. All the sealing's done out in this area here. Just wetted, just like you would with epoxy, that whole area where it's going to be, as well as the inside of the fiberglass. It's just so when it does push in there, it's not pushing in against a dry surface, it's pushing in against a wetted surface. And there's the other half. I've just gone around and got the ring on the outside well coated. So I'm just going to push that into place. And it's just giving a little bead all the way around. Go inside and tighten that up from the inside. I'm going to grind out the damage that's here on the stanchion base. It's cracked up here. This was a stern light hole, and I've since put the stern light on the back surface, so I no longer need that. And this one here is the rear stay that also is cracked. And it really doesn't seem to be strong enough, at least in my opinion. So I'm gonna grind that out, get rid of the cracking. There looks like there's been a repair here before, and I'll probably reinforce it from the back side because it won't be easy to do, but it'll be very invisible because nobody really goes back there. Anyways, I'm gonna grind these out. I think that'll do. Right, I've got a number of little fiberglass stacked pieces here to build this up. Put 4 layers in each spot. So I'm just going to wet the surface a little bit and then start layering them in. Yeah, a brush would be better, but I just don't want to waste a brush for this little wee spot. Can do it quite well with just a little chunk of scrap wood. Just checking to see how well that's filling in, and it looks good. There we go. Glass is in there, air worked out, and peel ply put over top. Let that cure, and that should be a nice sound repair there. A little bit of fairing before repainting. I'll re-drill the holes. There's no core there, so they'll seal up well. That's that. Filling in some of these holes now. This is thickened with 404, so pretty strong stuff. And I just brought it up to about the thickness of honey. There's tape on the bottom, so that's keeping it from flowing away. This is a good little use for some scraps of peel ply. All these little patches of peel ply on top of the filled holes makes it look like a 16-year-old who's been shaving for the first time. Anyways, it's a really good little trick because it keeps the filler from flowing out, and even with the surface, very minimal, if any, sanding afterwards. I've wired in the water pump so that get a little indicator light with it. It's right by the faucet. Other than that, all the sanding and fairing work has been done up on the ceiling, so that that's going to be ready for paint in the next couple of days. As soon as I get a nice bit of warmer weather, I'll get to painting that. That's just going to be mostly brush and roller work. Couple little things I guess yet to do, just the little covers for the chain plates that are up in here, and tomorrow night I'll tape everything off, take the hatch out and cover everything up, and be ready to paint. Well, that's about where I think I'll leave the video. I've got, again, quite a lot of video material, and it's going to be a matter of sitting down and editing it down into some little more succinct parts. Well, the ceiling's all ready to go. Taped up the few little things that I didn't want paint on, so that's going to be the next project to paint. Other than that, got some other stuff coming up. The hatches, the front hatch, getting that redone. Soon too, going to start into redoing the head, and that's going to probably be a couple videos, because I'm going to take a little different approach there and actually build something kind of from scratch for that. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. That helps get the video out there. Thanks. See you next time.